back to Pretty Deep Conversations. I'm your host, Leslie. If this is your first time here, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like. And as we are talking today, please leave some comments. I love to have a dialogue. But today, I first want to say Happy New Year. And I know y'all like, girl, it is February. What are you talking about? Happy New Year. Well, from me to you, Happy New Year. And I'm saying that because I have been MIA all of January. And to be honest, guys, it was intentional. I decided to spend my January focused on setting the foundation, setting the stage, spending time with God, creating routines, habits, rituals that will be successful and help me be successful throughout this year. So with that being said, I want to talk to you guys today all about rooting season and what that is. And let me spell it ROOTING, not any other rooting. I'm talking about rooting season and what that is, why it's important, and how you should create some root work in your life. So, since that's going to be our topic of conversation today, let's not waste any time and let's talk about what is rooting season. All right, Gems, I know you're like, what is rooting season? Well, let's talk about it. I'll give you a metaphor. I'm a gardener. Truly, I am a gardener, and I have a garden. In my garden, during this time of the year, which is winter, I know that most of my plants are dying. They're not producing fruit. My flowers aren't blossoming. And what I have in my garden is a lot of dead things. A lot of weeds, a lot of dead things that need to be pulled up, thrown out, and the soil needs to be cultivated. More nutrients need to be established in the soil before I can plant my seeds and prepare for a harvest later on in the year, right? Same thing in my life. And that's what we call rooting season. This is the time of year between January, early March to get rooted. That does not mean that you don't chase goals, that you don't have, things that you're chasing and going after. You surely can do those things. But a lot of the work that you do in this season matters because this is the time you are studying your habits, creating new habits, creating routines, rituals, and monitoring your reactions. During this time, you're doing the internal work. Okay? So in spirituality, we know that the new year really does not begin until the spring equinox. That's when flowers come to bloom. That's when caterpillars turn into butterflies. That's when we are able to reap the harvest of everything we do in this season. So that is what rooting season means. Let's talk about how to get rooted in this season. All right, Jim. So we know what rooting season is now. Let's talk about the 3 ways to get rooted in this season. So first, set solid routines. These are things that you are going to need so that you are in alignment to the life that you are trying to create. Your routines create habits that will sustain you as you are on your journey to creating that life. So have a morning routine, have an evening routine, have a skincare routine, have a hair routine, have a gym routine. Create routines in your life that will be there to keep you in alignment as you are chasing your goals. For example, me and my morning routine, I like a nice, soft, long morning routine. Okay. So I wake up, I pray, I do my Bible devotional, I have some hot tea, I take a shower, I do my skincare routine, which is a whole nother thing within itself. And then I like to go to the gym. I like to exercise, come home, shower again, of course. I have a whole body regimen that I do. And then I begin my day. So my morning routine is a bit extensive. It's a bit long. Yours does not have to be. If you're pressed for time, taking 30 minutes, hell, even 15 minutes is okay. Your routine just supports what you are doing in your life to keep you in alignment to your goals, okay? For example, I have a skincare routine. I went to the dermatologist. I told the dermatologist about my skin condition, which is I have very mild acne at times. I flare up and have acne. She gave me a prescription, and so I follow that routine. Create some routines in your life. Go to the doctors, go to your dermatologist, make sure everything's okay. That too is a routine. So during this time, you want to create routines that are going to sustain your lifestyle. All right. Even the lifestyle you're trying to create. So maybe your lifestyle right now is a bit hectic. In order for you to get to the life that you want to create, you got to start breaking some bad habits and creating routines that are in alignment to the life you want, right? All right. So, second thing, have rituals, have models for your life. One of the models in my life is pray, read, move. Every single day, I don't care what is going on, I have to pray. I have to read and I have to move. So, what does that look like? Every morning, I have my Bible devotional. That's also a part of my routine, but it's a ritual. I do that ritualistically every single day. I read the Bible plan. Okay. Two is I have to read. I am at a stage in my life where I want to be able to communicate well. I want to be able to articulate myself very well. So I read a lot. I want to build my mental dexterity and be able to challenge myself by learning new words, having more intellectual conversations. And so a part of that is having my mental brain working. Okay. So I'm building my mental self. Please make sure you have something in your life that challenges your brain and gets it moving and the brain cells flowing in your life. Okay. Also, move every single day. I don't care if I'm doing yoga, if I'm going to the gym, if I'm just stretching. It's important to me to have a body that is flexible, limber, and I want to sustain the longevity of my life. So ensuring that I move every day is a part of the deal. Okay. So have some type of ritual, a type of model that you live by. For me is pray, read, move every single day. No excuses. Last thing you want to do in this season of rooting yourself is you want to pay attention to your reactions. Pay attention to anything and everything that kind of like rubs you the wrong way, that frustrates you. Those are signs and signals, right? That you need to set some boundaries, that you need to make room, you need to make way, you need to clear out space. So pay attention and monitor how you feel in certain environments, around certain people, how certain things no longer serve you. And that's okay. It's time for you to grow. It's time for you to elevate. So during this time, this January to early March, get rooted. Follow those three simple things, place them in your life, and start to maneuver in a way that supports the person you are trying to become, which is your better self. All right, so this video was real short. Just to recap, we're in rooting season, preparing for the spring equinox, which is spiritually the new year. During rooting season, we are setting routines, rituals, and we're monitoring our reactions so that we are building habits that sustain the life that we are creating. All right, gems, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you learned something from it, and I hope it benefits your lives. Be blessed and be a blessing. Until next time. Bye.